Here we have a TXT, I don't remember what year, 2012 TXT gas, Kawasaki. This one is a crank, no start, and I smell fuel. Customer states there's no spark. So yeah, there's nothing when it's cranking over. So let's check for spark. All right, so what I do is, instead of removing the spark plug, I'm going to put this little inline spark lighter thingy. See if we have spark. That kind of eliminates. We have spark. I don't know if you can see that blinking. So there's probably a fuel delivery problem is kind of what I'm thinking. Plug that back in. Boy, wouldn't that be something if it just fired up? Okay. I want to just check the oil. I want to see how much gas is in it, if any. No, it looks all right. Just in case, because to me it smells like it's not getting fuel. Okay, oil is spot on. It's right on the money. But I'm still going to do a compression check on it because he has spark. He said he pulled the spark plug out and put it up on the block here and said there was no spark. I don't usually take the word of a customer when they say when they have or don't have something. I have to go through my own diagnostic process because I need to see it. I don't take the customer's word for it. Spark plug is bone dry, so that's a good sign. It looks good too. It looks practically brand new. See if we have compression, because this is easy enough to check for. It is possible that the spark plug is bad and it's just not passing the spark through, but I want to eliminate this. Okay. It just quit cranking. No solenoid click or anything. Oh, you know what? I bet you I don't know if you can see this, the forward reverse wire thing here just broke. I wonder if it's shorted out against the frame. So now here's another thing. If your battery's good and you have nothing happening on your cart, here's where you can check. It's right down in here in this control box on this particular cart. So you need a 3/8. That's not a 3/8. Remove this screw. There's a 10 amp fuse in here, and it's the main fuse for the entire cart. And then our fuse is going to be buried in here. There it is. There's our fuse holder. Pop the cover. Yep, pop the fuse. So why is it only a 7.5 amp fuse? Yeah, I don't know if you can see it's deformed. This camera doesn't have any focus range on it, so it's really difficult to show. I just want to make sure that... Okay, I fixed it. So, 10 amp fuse. This is the kind of stuff that happens when you're working on carts. And this is why you guys that ask why I don't wash carts before I work on them. It's because of stuff like that. I didn't wash this cart, and if you get stuff wet, a lot of times what you're going to do is you're going to create another problem that you didn't know you had because you wanted to wash it, make it all pretty and clean. All right, so going back over to here. All right, let's do, I'm going to move this wire out of the way so we don't short it out again until I fix it, because going back to our... All right, so we got 145 and it's climbing, 150 PSI, which is great. It's good. Compression's good. It just seemed a little low to me for some reason. We know we have spark. We know we have compression. Let's see if we have spark out of the spark plug itself. I have a feeling they didn't ground it out very well, and it didn't. Yeah, there's spark. I saw it. I don't know if you can hear the snapping. Probably not, but it's going tit. Yeah, so there's spark. So we can eliminate that. Unless, when he tested it, it was hot and the ignition coil is starting to go. For that, we are going to have to do a engine run test, and we're going to have to run it for probably a good 20 to 30 minutes. See if it starts up. If it runs, then we know we don't know what the problem is. Okay. I'm leaning towards fuel delivery. I'm just looking in the fuel tank to see and make sure that the siphon tube was not dislodged, because I've seen that happen where the tube that goes down into the tank falls off the petcock. Oh, also here's another little trick for you. If you want to lock your cart in neutral, pull this little thing out, rotate it, lock it in neutral so you can work on it without the cart slipping into gear on you. Fun little knowledgeable things for you. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull the fuel line off the carburetor. We're trying to do all of the diagnostics first that we can to prevent removing things that we don't need to remove. If we don't have to pull the carburetor because the fuel pump isn't pumping, then we're not going to remove the carburetor. I like to take the air box off. And that is a 1/2 inch. Crap them loose. Just get some storms today. That was my tire machine. The bead breaker closing. Okay, so we get this out of the way, and now we can actually, we don't need to worry about this. We just need it out of the way so we can see down in here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see down in here, but what we're trying to get to is the drain on the carburetor and the fuel line, which are basically right behind here, right here. We'll get a nut driver on that. Looks like a 1/4 inch. Take that off. I'm gonna bend the horn back and out of my way so I can get in here. You guys see what I'm doing, at least? The goal here is to see if we're actually getting fuel to the fuel from the fuel pump. That's our primary, first we need to see kind of thing. We need to get a better light situation because this is annoying. This won't stay put. So I'm going to grab the fuel line with the pliers and just kind of break it loose. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oop, let's see if we have any fuel. Oh, I see fuel coming out of it. Let's see if it actually. Okay. Yeah. We got good flow. It seems a bit milky. Might have been a little water in that. I don't know if this customer uses ethanol-free gas or not, but non-ethanol gas, I should say. Whatever. I don't know if they're using just regular 87 or if they're using the ethanol-free, non-ethanol pump. Okay, so what I'm going to do, it's friggin' light, is take this, put this back on. Now that I've seen it pumping, I'm going to see if it'll. I see it. All right, so now I see the fuel pumping. Maybe it just wasn't. Just checking some stuff here, kind of diagnosing. All right, so it's not getting. Fuel's not getting past the carb. I'm willing to bet the carb's blocked without question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay on the ground here and see if I can get to the bowl. I can. I'm going to crack the bowl loose and see if think these are 12 millimeter. I want to see what kind of crap is in it. And then if it's dirty, we'll have to take it off and clean it. Flies are relentless. Okay, there we go. Because you can't remove the carb or the bowl entirely from the cart without, or remove the bowl from the carb without removing the carb from the cart. Because engineers. Oh, now I got the wrench stuck. Oh, come on. Okay, this isn't going to tell me anything, so I guess we got to remove the carb from the cart. I'm trying to avoid that, but there's no way around doing it correctly. So we'll use a, what is this, 5/16. Let's reposition it here a little better without getting in my way. We're going to take the air box intake assembly completely off. I'm going to actually unhook the canister filter. This over here on the gas tank. And now because I'm doing carburetor work, it is going to get a new fuel filter. Alright, we need 10 millimeter on these guys. Why is that not coming off? Wow, that's on there abnormally tight. Never mentioned I really don't like this engine. Let me say it, it's a good engine. I just don't like the way it's laid out. All this flipping plastic crap all over it. Oh, and then those new EZGOs, those RXV TXTs that have that little single cylinder 280cc engine in it, a little crap engine. Oh my god. What a pile of crap that is. It's the EX1 or something. They have an internal starter generator. They have a starter generator controller that, by the way, goes bad all the time. I have replaced countless integrated starter generator controllers. What a stupid design. Come on, you. There we go. Just had to get this thing moved over so I can get to it. Unclip it. This is the PCV breather hose. Take that off just because it's in the way. I'm actually going to turn the petcock off on the tank because I'm going to take off the fuel line. I just don't want it to end up siphoning the tank out on me while I'm working here. Somebody somewhere is running the snot off of a chainsaw. It's just the thought process on this whole setup here is terrible. It's like, who thought of this? Oh, I have to replace that gasket because it decided it was going to rip. We'll turn the key off so we don't have an accident. All right, take the choke plate off. Move this stupid thing off. See, EZGO years ago got in trouble because somebody manipulated their governor and they got hurt and sued EZGO for being, even though it wasn't EZGO's fault, it was the person that got hurt, the idiot. So now they have to put all this crap on their carts. Okay, let's take this apart and see what we got in here. Okay, let's pull this bad boy apart. Move the bowl, 12 millimeter. See what kind of junk's in here. Oh yeah, a little bit of schmag in the bottom of that. A little bit of gel here too. That's all it takes, guys. It's that little bit of crap in there to completely stop these up. Does not take a whole lot of stuff. Now I'm just gonna wipe it out. Oh, that's better. I'll wipe it off too, so it's clean. Okay. Take some of this. We'll just clean this outside off. Give it a little bit of clean me up here. I know you can't really see what I'm doing. I'm just pulling out the shot. All right, that's clean. This nut is clean. Bolt, whatever. Clean the bottom of that off. Here comes the mail. Goody! Interruption after interruption. So glad I'm able to work. Okay, let's see if we can. Oh, actually, you know what? This gasket's not bad. I thought it ripped. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's see if we can... See if we can get away with... Okay, yeah. See, everything's clear on this. This isn't blocked. I think it was just that pickup tube down there was blocked. See, usually what happens is this port here gets blocked. I keep forgetting you guys can't see me. Tilt this up a little bit more. So this port here always gets blocked when the carburetor is gummed up. We're going to try this. Ooh, I'm actually going to clean this off because that's going to create a problem if I don't. So we're going to try this not taking it apart all the way kind of thing. Ooh, right in my face. Because everything looks good on it, really. Put the drain towards... Let's see, we're going to put the drain this way, I think. Let me look at the cart. Yeah. I'm going to put the drain sticking out away from the engine, so that way, if you ever have to open it. Because I've been actually using the drains on a lot of the carburetors lately, and it's been fixing them without actually having to remove it. So, all right, let's go pop it in the cart, see what happens. Okay, I guess it helps if I hit record. I thought I did, and whatever, it didn't. So, just to bring you up to speed, installed the carburetor. I replaced the fuel filter already. It still wouldn't start, so I rechecked for spark. It still had spark. So I went ahead and I replaced the spark plug. It's running now, so maybe it was just a faulty spark plug. It does happen. It's rare, but it does happen. It does and can happen. So we're going to put this all back together, and then what I'm going to do is I'll probably end up running this engine for 20 minutes or so to make sure that it doesn't cut out again, and then we'll pretty much take it from there. But I think just a faulty spark plug, because it's got good strong spark. I mean, for a magneto ignition, it's got a strong spark, I should say. Let's put all this crap back together. Let's see here. Yeah, so fuel line is back on. The drain is on. I have it pointed towards the battery. I put the choke plate back in. Gasket was good. Everything's hooked up like it's supposed to be. New fuel filter. We're going to just put the air system back in now because these engines just don't run right without their without the air box in place. And what the hell is going on here? This thing here. There's just no room. Like, really. Put this air filter back on. But yeah, it does run. I mean, it starts up and runs like it's supposed to. So it didn't lose spark. I think it's just the spark. Oh, that exhaust is hot. I just think the spark plug went funky. And that does happen from time to time. I mean, that's not the first time I've seen that. I'm sure it's certainly not going to be the last time I see it either. There's my 5/16. I'm going to put this here, make it easy access. But yeah, remove the air box, guys, when you're going to pull the carbs. It just gives you so much more room. Because it's only half inch, 13 millimeter. Only 2 of them. All they do is hold this air box in place. Oh, all right, let's see here. Ready? Let's put the emissions nonsense back here. Because thanks a lot, California. Make it carb compliant. Yeah, it seems good. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do an engine run test on this for about 20 minutes to see if it's, I might even give it a solid 30. Peg the pedal down to about 3/4 throttle, let it sit here in idle or in neutral, and we'll come back to it and see if it does anything different.